Okay, live reacts. This way?
Yeah.
Okay. 2017 VFL, do you want me to show? You guys have got them. 2017 VFL Premiers. I look at this, I have this, not this exact photo, but a photo from this probably 5 minutes later, framed at home. And I look at it and I think, you know, this was after the first season of AFLW had happened. I'd been delisted and gone, yeah, I think I'd been delisted and gone back to the Falcons, and I look there and I'm not going to be able to do I'll do a quick count for you of who's played AFLW. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of that team have, you know, played at the top level now, and many have been captain. I have learned a lot since arriving at the Cats, but you know, this is the team that got me here, and players that continued to encourage me to keep improving, and you know, that's what I find so satisfying about footy is just, I think that the timing of my career has meant that I will always feel like I could have been better. I want to get better right until the very end, and you know, that relentless pursuit started with these Falcons, and this is probably the first achievement that I felt like I contributed to on field, so big one. Round 1, 2019, with Melissa Hickey. I feel like I look at that, I look at her expression in this photo, and I forget that she didn't play that game, and she's, you know, she was. It's her name, but not exactly her name on the stadium, and she's, you know, exactly the type of player and person that we continue to try and emulate. And I think we had a 1-point win over Collingwood in front of 18 or so thousand people, and haven't been Collingwood since. No, we might have. No, I think there's just so much satisfaction, so much excitement for AFLW to have been welcomed into this such an influential club and town in the industry, and a 1-point win in round 1's pretty special. So, you know, that was the beginning. Round 1, 2021, leading the team out. I'm trying to think if I had led the team out. Was this the first time?
No,
first?
You led them out a couple of times, but this was the first.
First as captain. I always look at Maddie Carrick, who now we're playing Port this week, who's now at Port, but she always used to stand beside me, and whenever there are those photos of me leading the team out, there's me looking incredibly serious with my game face on, and Maddie just having a laugh behind. takes all sorts in the team, but you know, I think it's, as I mentioned before, it's a source of great pride to lead the team out, but it's made so because of the team that you're leading out, you know, and that's who I'm proud of and consider myself really lucky to know is the people behind me in those moments, and the club behind me more broadly. So, you know, if I've been you know, able to lead or been elected as a leader because I'm a good representative of those people, that's what I consider to be really, really special. And at this moment, I'm always thinking, I've got to talk to the girls in a little while. What was I going to? Got to remember what I was going to say. Get them pumped up, and just relax a little, Meg. It's going to be okay. 2021 Pride Guernsey. Yeah, I think whenever I'm asked to speak about the Pride Guernsey and Pride in AFLW, I think a lot about Darebin and that team that I spoke to before, and how AFLW wouldn't exist without the LGBTIQA+ community, and their advocacy and you know, championing of women in sport and women's place in football is so integral to our ability to now play the game. And you know, it's pretty unique, I think, in our industry, but also in in sport in this country, to have players who are so, you know, proud and so well celebrated as they are in our cohort. So I think speaking to our Pride supporter group about the design of that jumper and how much it meant, it's you know, it's very simple, but to have the rainbow included in the hoops for the first time is so symbolic. So another game against Collingwood, but not as happy a one. But no, yeah, always special to wear any of the Guernseys that are created for us. 2021 All-Australian, I think I still have that dress. I think that was my second, yes, that was my second All-Australian. Second of two. I trying to remember, I find it's, you know, those recognitions, they are special because they recognise that you've had a good year. I also know that when, you know, the getting selected as a key defender, it's so dependent on everyone around you and the team of defenders that I play with, pressure on the ball more broadly and all of that. And yeah, so I just think, you know, they're really proud moments, but they're dependent on so many other things, and I still believe that particularly individual awards from fullback are not always going to lead to the ultimate reward, the ultimate goal, which is winning a premiership. So 2 midfielders and a key forward in our team made the All-Australian team last year, so that's what we're after. But yeah, very special nonetheless, and yeah, you know, a moment of pride and of highlighter, as it turns out. Round 1, season 7 versus Richmond. Was so, I mean, these moments, so there's the one on the left is at the end of the game, I believe, and then the one that led to the win, which was Georgie Prasparkas kicking that goal. Brooke Plummer, a teammate, makes me think of the fact that goal came because I shanked a kick into the forward line. That was a really important kick, but Georgie's goal wouldn't have happened without it. So, you know, we were into our second season under Dan. We felt like we'd made some really big strides in season 6 without getting the wins on the board, and we lost a lot of games with a small margin, and that was against a team whose trajectory was comparable to us. We won by a couple of points, and I think it just, to a degree, set the tone for ultimately a successful season. And we went on to win, I think, 7 of 7 home and away games that year and play in the final, and I think I'm embracing 2 players who, you know, were so and will be important to our success, and for them to take their moment like that was really exciting. I also think about these reactions to round 1 and think about how Dan highlighted our reactions to round 2 when we beat Freo, which was a much more measured, just, yep, got it done. So round 1's always very emotional, and it's good to enjoy those moments, but then also to you know, have wins which are business as usual, and to have an increasing number of those wins, I think, speaks to the fact that, you know, sustained on-field success and expectation is going to be part of our present and future. And that is it, team.